Hey y'all, it's me, Niecy Lynn. This is the 26th of January. We're nearly to the end of the month. And this is Flosstube number 211. We are in like crazy fog. I can't see my back fence right now. So I didn't go make cards this week because that another night it was this foggy. And I'm not driving in this unless I have to. I ain't trying to run into nobody's cow, let's be honest. Or whatever else decides to stop in the middle of the roadway. Thank y'all for asking. James Williams did make it home fine. He got in Friday evening. I had dinner ready, and I just told him, I said, just come on in, I'll have dinner ready. I know you'll be tired. He had a good trip. It was really cold. The guy he traveled with, his co-worker, was sick on Monday, had tested positive for COVID. So we were spared at this house. I don't know. Now, James Williams is a germaphobe, so he washes his hands like 90,000 times, and it's like surgical scrub a day, okay? So that may be the reason maybe Troy doesn't wash his hands as much as James does, because like I said, James is like a kook. I mean, everybody should wash their hands, but he takes the skin off. But whatever the reason, it spared him from the COVID. So Troy is doing better, and James Williams has been back at work this week. He did, though, we had the toenail incident with my cousin Lisa, and then he comes back and says he got to the airport and went to take his boot off, and there was a big bloody place on his sock. And I'm like, what? And he completely ripped his toenail off. Put it on his sock. He said, I felt it pull and I thought, it kind of turned it back or something. What is wrong with you? Y'all, the whole toenail, his whole pinky toenail. I was dying. Charles, I hope you're not eating your crackers and gagging right now. I was dying. I nearly gagged. So he ain't right. I tell y'all, he wears, for one thing, he probably doesn't have as much feeling in his feet as some people do because of the diabetes. And also because he wears his shoes so tight. His boots and socks he wears so tight that I don't think you would know. I mean, he can't have any feeling in them because it's just like this. That's how he wears his boots. I mean, there's no way. I can barely stand not to be able to kick my shoes off, okay? I don't want my shoes touching my feet anywhere. And then James Williams wears his like a glove. No. So we have had all that incidents. He did get home with his pocket knife, so that was a good thing. I got to have Catch some this week. He has been super funny. The girls got their report cards. They did good. And so they're going to, I think, do a little celebration on Monday for the end of half the year. Half their homeschool year is over. So they were super excited about that. I don't know what else we've had going on around here. I did get some stitching done. I kind of got in, I didn't work on my Santa's Night tree because I kind of got in a little groove on 2 of my pieces and got a decent amount, well, maybe 3. Because the first one we'll talk about is my, this is a 1919 heart, and it is my heart in hand. These are the cutest little designs. And I don't know if any of y'all know Cecilia Turner, but if she doesn't have these, and I get not wanting to reprint or something, but just as PDF downloads, because they have some adorable specialty stitches. So if you like specialty stitches, there's a Scotch stitch, there's some Smyrna crosses, and there's some, where are they at? Right there. Elongated Smyrna crosses in there. So there's just some really, really cute little specialty stitches, and it's not a whole bunch, so that you can, kind of learn them. I finished it, and then I started back stitching Aria's name and her date of birth, and I did not like the way it looked. I took her date of birth out, and I haven't ripped out the Aria yet. I was just kind of making it up as I went along. You know me. And I don't know why the light looks like it's flickering. Or maybe that's me having mini strokes. Today, anything can happen, okay? Today, anything can happen. But it is so cute. There's a band of elongated Smyrna crosses right here. There's some right here across the bottom. And then this is a Scotch stitch, which is like kind of like a satin stitch. So if any of y'all know her, if she would just, I really feel like these would be great because you could do so many of these. They don't take that long, and you could just fill a little dough bowl with them, and they're so cute. So, and you know, you could just leave off. She could not put the $19.99 on there. And maybe she's already done this and I'm just so out of the loop. I don't know. But I stinking love it. I think I'm going to take out the cursive and maybe just put her name on there. In like over one, maybe. I don't know. I'd planned to put her name and date of birth and stuff, but I just did not. I don't like the way it's looking in the over one back stitch. So we'll see next week how that comes out. So I didn't technically count this as a finish. I counted it as a whip because I don't know exactly what I'm doing with it yet. But it's so cute. I love it. And the colors, these are Weeks Dye Works. Somebody commented last week that the colors were so pretty, and they are. And it is, they're all Weeks Dye Works colors. And it says they're Cocoa, Julian, Dove, Mauve, Mulberry, Putty, Raspberry, and Stone. And Stone, or is that Raspberry Stone? I think Stone is separate, yeah. So Raspberry and Stone are the colors on here. Well, I can show you like this. They are just gorgeous. That Mulberry is the prettiest purple. That's the big portion of the heart is a Mulberry. So if you're a purple person, so cute. So cute. So like I said, I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to put her name on there. But I wanted to make one for each of the kids and have it in a little dough bowl. I have this one here. This is the 2001. This is the one I think I'm due for Kimi real quick this week. Because she likes pink. Aria likes purple and she likes pink. So that will probably be this week's little Valentine's stitch. And then I can hopefully get one done for Catch and then FFO them for Valentine's Day and have them out for Valentine's Day. We did date night last night. And you know, like the song says, when you're fancy like Applebee's on date night, James Williams wanted Applebee's, so you know, when you're fancy like that. But I got the, what is it, a Santa Fe chicken bowl or Southwestern chicken bowl or something like that. Anyway, it's always really good. I have it from time to time when we go there and it's great. Of course, he wanted to go because they have all you can eat wings and ribs. So, you know, he liked to broke the place. I hope I don't drive by tomorrow and there be a sign on there say they went out of business because y'all laugh, but I have been to a place with him and some of his friends. Now, we were young then. I mean, we were young. We were, what were we, 19? Yeah, we weren't even 20 yet. And a friend of his and mine got married up Oklahoma. And we went up there. Karen, you're going to have to help me out here. I think, and like you've been everywhere in Oklahoma just because you live there. I think we were in Ada. Is that where they make the Girl Scout cookies? This is how my brain works, things like this. And there was an all-you-could-eat buffet of seafood. So James Williams and the other guys that were the buddies, you know, were there, and they literally came to the table and said, I'm sorry, we're going to have to ask you all to stop. It's all you can eat, you know, up to a reasonable amount. But James Williams was there, Alan Porter was there, Mark Grimes was there, I think Mike was there too. And they were all, James Williams is huge, Alan Porter was huge, God rest his soul. Mike and Mark are like normal sized people. The other Mark is a normal sized person. So, you know, there was just 2 giant guys and then 3 normal sized guys that worked physically and could like really eat, okay? I have never in my life been more embarrassed. I thought, Lord, have mercy. Of course, now I guess it does say something for their food was good, you know, if you kept on going back. But honestly, the manager came over and said, I'm sorry, but y'all, that's terrible. That's terrible. Good grief. All the traumas I've been through in my life. Oh, that's first world problem right there, right? To being asked to leave the all-you-can-eat buffet because you done ate too much. That is definitely a first world problem. I worked on my Christmas rules. I didn't get quite where I wanted to get, but I got pretty far. I'm on the Build a Snowman section. I thought I would get it finished this week, but I didn't quite make it there. One night I was afraid I was going to get sick. I did not feel good, and that was the night I was working on this. And we just went on to bed because I was not feeling good. But I was afraid, oh no, James Williamson brought the COVID back to me. But I took a bunch of medicine and went to bed and drank my tea, took some medicine, took some Tylenol. Drank my Bucky tea to keep me all cleared out. I had allergy peel and something. I was like, oh my gosh. I just basically swallowed up the medicine cabinet and went to bed. But it seems to work, so hallelujah for that. Oh, just tuck this little guy over here like this. That does not going to make that lay very smooth, but it will. Okay. So, and he shows up so badly on here. So I got my little snowman all finished. Well, he's showing up better today. And the little dog and the tree and the snowflake, all that's done. And his little face on the snowman. And so I just need to build a snowman. I just need to do the words. And this next section will be all finished. But that little puppy's so cute. Isn't he cute? And the little snowman. My snowflakes do stick out a little bit, which is what I wanted. I did them. They are 2/2 using this Floss, the white Floss. Which some of y'all say it's Floss, some of y'all say it's Floss. I don't know. When I look at it, I think it should be Flossy, but I don't know why. I do too, because my uncle married a woman one time and her name was Flushe and she said it was Flossy. So I'm sure that's why my brain goes to Flossy. Okay? And I'm using 2/2 to make it puffy like this. So you can see on the ones right there, see they've got a little dimension to them. And on this guy right here too. He's got a little bit of dimension to him. And Lord, how does that sound? My husband married a woman one time. My uncle married a woman one time, but I think that uncle of mine had 4 or 5 wives. They changed the law in Texas. There used to be a law in Texas what you could only get married 4 times. After 4 times, you had to go. People would go to Oklahoma to get married again, or Louisiana, because you could only get married 4 times here. But I think my Uncle Bob, he pushed the limit on that or outweighed it or something. I think my Uncle Wayne did too, but that's okay. Everybody looking for somebody. I hope you find them. And if you have to find them 5 times, well, okay, whatever. Whatever works for you, man. But This one is so cute. It is, I knew they had high rules, and then, which one y'all tell me? Kathy wrote and said that Primrose Cottages has the autumn rules out. And she had just ordered it. So I've got to go look for autumn rules and put it in my stack to get it done before the autumn. Because this thing is adorable. And I do love the long skinny pieces. I don't have, is that in here? No, it's on the mantle. My winter ABCs is on the mantle in the living room in there. So we may, maybe I'll just move some of these in there and switch them out. Who knows? Who knows? The mantle has the winter ABCs and then has Valentine's stuff up there on it. So, but I do love it. So cute. I've loved working on it. So I got a pretty good amount of stuff done, just not a ton. I had school 2 days this week. I had catch 1 day this week. I think just 1 day. Yeah, I just had him 1 day this week. Monday. I think I had him Monday, and then I went to school on Tuesday, and then I don't think I had him on Wednesday. And then I had school again Thursday. What else have we done this week? This afternoon, after I post this, I got to go get my, I put it off. I have to get my toenails done. Y'all know how I hate that. So, ugh. But it has to happen. I told myself I'd do it last week, and you see, that didn't happen either. So, there we sit. Waiting on me to get my life right. That's going to be a long wait, whoever's waiting on that. I worked on my AM 1918, and this is by Miss Flossy. Hey, Amy. Let's see here. Let me find the picture and show it. Right here. It's the AM 1918. It's by Mrs. Flossy. This is a reproduction sampler she did. It is PDF. I think you can get a hard copy maybe, but I know it's PDF on her Etsy site. And I thought something on here. I thought I'd written on here somewhere where exactly what her Etsy site is, but that's her on Etsy. Or if you put in AM 1918 sampler on Etsy, you should be able to go to her site and find it. It's too cute. And I am loving stitching on it. And so I've just been stitching right along and got my border completely finished and got each of the rows I've got to start on. So I've got my L and my U and then this. So then now I can just, you know, kind of go from there. So I'm going to show you. This one has been super fun stitch. I'm using my anchor threads from Dottie. Hey, Dottie Stitch and Scotty. Hey. Also, I heard this week, who else? Floss and Fizz. And talking about floss tubes, Patty Penn is thinking about doing her floss tube this weekend. So stay tuned for that. Y'all know I love my Patty Penn. And she has got her light, and she's thinking about doing her floss tube. And she says she's painfully shy. And so floss tube would be good for you. But it does, I mean, it's just, some people I'm sure like it, some people don't. I enjoy it. I'm probably wretched at it, but I enjoy it. But I do think if you want to kind of make yourself be a little more social sometimes, or make yourself, I think it's good for you to kind of make yourself do something you're not 100% comfortable with. I always think that's good. So this week I just jumped on my little AM 1918, and so our borders are all done all the way around. The borders, the cross, and my initials, the D and the L, and you can tell here the D and the L, and up here the D and the L, so far are both done, all done with 2 threads instead of 1. The others are done with 1 thread over 2. and those are done with 2 threads over 2. So see, I've started my row with the L here and my row with the U here, and then I can just keep on going across. It keeps you from kind of having to count inserts quite as much. Now I can just kind of work down those while we've got the TV on or whatever. I do most of my stitching at night after, y'all know I'm old, because after Jeopardy and the big wheel goes off, then I pick up my stitching and I stitch. I watch my Jeopardy and my big wheel every day. And for those who don't know, the big wheel is the Wheel of Fortune. It has been called the big wheel in my family since, I guess, it first came on. I've watched it with my grandparents. Now, they also watch The Price is Right. And I hope none of y'all get your feelings hurt by this, but I do not like The Price is Right. I don't like all the sounds on The Price is Right. Them pinball sounds they have all the time. I hate those. I hate those kind of sounds. And I just don't feel like there's any skill in that show, because some of the things they put on there, I'm like, okay, prime example, James Williams left it on to get on my nerve this week when he was home. So he left it on for a few minutes and didn't change it. And they have this set of speaker on there, this waterproof speaker, and I think it had some kind of earbuds or something with it, okay? Now listen, James Williams is a sound weirdo. Okay, I'm not. Sound is usually too much for me to begin with. And so he uses Bose and Sonos and all that kind of mess, okay? Y'all, this little waterproof speaker and some earbud things was $5,000. It didn't show the brand of it. It didn't show nothing else. I would have guessed $200 on the high end. So I just can't understand how you're supposed to be and I mean, you can kind of know how much a Samsung washer dryer is, but of course what they have on there is always like the retail price, not what anybody in the world would actually pay for it, because except what's on the grocery store shelf, I'm paying retail for nothing. All right, I'm gonna tell you right now. So I just can't with it. But I think mainly it's the sounds on this show. I'm very sensitive to sounds, and loud sounds really unnerve me when I'm not expecting them, or when they keep on going on and on and on, and I'm not, especially if I'm not ready for them. And I'd probably be the best person in war, because where most people just crumple, I get mad when things like that happen. I don't like. I'd probably like a killing machine, because I'm just keeping on going, trying to make the sound stop, okay? I'm not going to crumple up and wait for them to stop. I'm trying to find what's making that sound, and it's stopping. It's stopping if I have to beat it with a hammer. I can't stand it. One of James's, I call it a pig, but it's not. I mean, it's not a pig, obviously, but it's his battery backups for the TVs and the computers and everything. And we had a power failure one day, and it was off for a long time. And it kept going off and kept going off and kept going off. And I pushed every button on it, and I unplugged it and plugged it back in. And I'm sorry, I could not take it. I just unplugged everything from it and went and set it outside. He come home and I said, listen, get mad if you want to. Let me go ahead and tell you now, you can go ahead and get mad. But I cannot listen to that another second. Not another second. No. Yeah, I'd set it out under the gazebo. And I'm sure my poor neighbors, if they had, but it was bad weather. Nobody should have been outside. You shouldn't have been outside. If you were outside, you shouldn't have been. So, but that's me and the sounds. So, I'm sorry. And I love Drew Carey. I love Drew Carey. But he's funny, and I like watching him on Whose Line Was It Anyway? I love that. The Drew Carey show, you know. But I cannot stand The Price is Right. So let me tell you, that's one of the ways I'm gonna know if I wake up in hell and I'm sitting in a Price is Right. I'm gonna be like, oh no, I tried so hard. Jesus, really? Really? I will be in the Price is Right if I'm in hell with that bling, 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 and the wheel and the, nope. I can barely stand the sound of when they do the big wheel, but it's a lower sound, so it doesn't bother me quite as much. But if I could turn the sound off on the wheel, I'd be all down for that. So that's a tangent. This is my AM 1918 that I made such good progress on this week, and I am so happy with all the progress that I made on AM 1918. That made me super happy. Now, I worked on Miss Sarah Lockhart, and I got a good amount done on her. I had to make myself stop because I was just chugging along, and I was like, no, don't just work on one thing. Everything gets a little attention. That's just nice. And I do try to be nice to my stuff and try to give it, I try not to have too much. I know I have the 2 things left that didn't get finished this year that were on my big list. So that was, when did I make that list? July 2022, I made the list and I had 19 total, and it ended up with 2 that I still need to finish. So there's the only 2 I carried over for that long. So I only had 2 really old ones. So that's not too bad, I guess. But I don't like that. I feel bad. I know people, and you're supposed to enjoy this, but I'm a weirdo about it and I feel bad. I feel bad if I don't finish them. I feel like they're sad or something. Like, I feel like they're sentient. And like I'm hurting their feelings if I don't give them some attention. They're sitting over there going, oh, she worked on everybody else this week. But we all know I'm not right. And I forgot last week I had got some haul, forgot to show it. But we'd hit an hour, so I made myself stop anyway. But hopefully I'll get to that today. This is my Miss Sarah Lockhart. She is a beauty. A big old raven just went by. Look at her. She is from Just Stitching Along X on Etsy. That's Krista. Hey, Krista. And I just got working on her this week and I was so, part of it is I was so excited that I had been able to switch back and forth and keep switching and not mess up on these switched letters. So someday I may be able to do a whole switched one. I don't know. For me, the key was in switching back and forth, because I always forget and then do the next one and the same thing, because I'm never just paying attention to my stitching, right? If I was, that would probably work. But I usually have like an audio book on, or the TV is on, and which means I kind of have to pay attention because James Williams can't hear nothing, and so he'll ask me something. I'm say like, they just said that, honey. They just said blah 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 blah. Well, I didn't hear that, and I'm sitting over there thinking, you don't hear nothing, okay? But so I have to not only listen for myself, I have to listen because then I have to answer all his questions. Which we also watched Fool Me Once. Have y'all watched that yet? I've read several Harlan Coben books, isn't it Harlan Coben books over the years, and loved them because he always gets me in the end. I never had the whole thing figured out. And boy, he got me on that one. I was like, what? So yeah, if you haven't watched it, it's a Netflix, one of those like, it's not a movie, it's like a limited series. So it has, like 6 episodes or 5 episodes or something. So, but it was called Fool Me Once. It was really good. So I'm sure the book is really good too. But here she is in all her glory with her switched alphabet. So the 4-sided stitch, of course, I loved doing the 4-sided stitch because, we all know all those specialty stitches. And then I wanted to do the other, this, I wanted to do this band here, which is like a little arrow. It's like a little herringbone or something. And so then when I had it done, I just kept on working on the switched off ABCD. So since I had my needles already threaded and that had worked so well for me, that's what I did. So then this week, I will do my eyelet alphabet switched back and forth. And then I'm going to go right into, it's eyelet alphabet, and then it's got a row of eyelets across underneath. And then you go into her name, and then there's the little picture at the bottom. So I will probably do either the alphabet smearing acrosses or this row here smearing acrosses, because both of those are eyelets. And I will probably switch one for the other just because I will want to have two separate stitches kind of sitting next to each other because I'm a weirdo. But this thing is gorgeous. It's not too huge. 91 by 123. So she will fit in like on the third, if you do her on 28 count, she would probably fit in a 5x7. 32 count, it says she's 5.7 by 7.7. So you could get her in a 5x7, but you could definitely get her in like a 6x8 or something like this. So you're not gonna have to get like a crazy, crazy weird frame size to get her in there. So she is gorgeous. Krista Center, I love her. A lot of people, and Krista may be working, who is it? Somebody is working on the TGA Redwork sampler by Krista, just stitching along. It is fabulous. Now, when I get my AM 1918 finished, I'm gonna work on my, is it NJ Mason, before I say it wrong, Frankie? NJ Mason that Frankie sent me. And so that is on my docket for when I get my AM 1918 finished. That will be my next family one that I start. It's on Frankie's Etsy site, Wicked Stepmother. But you can do NG Mason 1852 before I tell a lie. NJ Mason 1852 and 89 by 69. So it's not huge either. So that'll be a good one if you're not looking for a huge one that you want to start on. That one will be great. But yes, I was so excited about working on this one. There's my back. Some people ask to see the back sometimes. So you can see, I don't usually get too much messiness on mine. I don't know. I don't think the back really matters to me. Now I know Susu's mama, the back of their work had to be as nice as the front of their work. I'm not in that belief system, okay? I mean, it kind of makes me think like it's called underwear for a reason, right? It's under your clothes. Well, the back of your work is the back for a reason. So if you have a boo-boo, you can kind of take care of it on the back there. And nobody has to know. I don't know. I just feel, I'm like, but I mean, and I love Maxine. Max was a hoot. But when the girls were little and they would do embroidery and stuff with her, they wanted the back part had to be as neat as the front part. And Patty is the same way now. It carried on with Patty. And I'm sure Susu, I don't know, she doesn't do much hand work. She does sew things on sewing machine sometimes. But they're very persnickety about that. But that's because Max was. I mean, their mama's, that was just the way it was. It had to be that way. Now, I will show y'all what I got. And I think I got this the right way. Let's see here. course, can I find something that says what everything's supposed to be in here so I do be sure I got it right. Because Susan Radford, thank you Susan, had sent me gift certificates to Fat Quarter Shop and to Annabella's this year. And Fat Quarter Shop was out of what I'd been waiting for to get with it. And so I needed this to do the embroidered piece. I think it's by, is it Crabapple Tree? No. Oh my gosh. It's the Witch's Guild embroidered piece. But this is the, it's called Moda. It's by Moda, and it's their primitive muslin. And they'd been out of it, and then they got it back in, and then I forgot to order it. So this is me finally getting my life right. And you know, because I needed this one, all the others came, but I needed this one from Nancy. And so I've got this one. So and this will be my ornament stitch this year. I'm going to get the these finished by Hands On Design. Hands On Design, and they're the 12 Days series. So I will, I'm gonna get started on those because they're so cute. But I'm hoping to have them finished this year. That's gonna be my big ornament push this year. And then she sent me this from Annabelle's. And of course that was from Fat Quarter Shop. And this is, here's all her stuff. Annabelle's, I thought she'd send one. She had some really, really nice stuff on her website. I had not shopped with her before, but really nice people. It came super fast. It says there is a VIP Facebook group and all this. So, but I got some Starry Night, 32 count Starry Night. How pretty is that? And I got some, 36 count Vintage Country Mocha because I can never have enough of it. I don't know if anybody can. It's just gorgeous. So I try to keep some of it all the time. And then, of course, I saw this, and it's called Hometown by Riley Blake, and I just thought they were the cutest patterns. So hopefully I'll get out my sewing machine sometime and use it. But look at those. I love those patterns and those colors. I love the bright, like, primaries, and that is definitely my color palette right there. That's what I love. So it's Riley Blake, Hometown by Lori Holt, Be in My Bonnet. I'm sure they have this at Fat Quarter Shop also. I just saw it at Annabella's and fell in love. So I just need to do something with that. So once again, thank you so much, Susan. Which that Starry Night makes me think one of y'all had asked about my fabric for Winter Words, Winter Chalk Talk. This is just a piece of even weave that I dunked in either black or gray. It's probably charcoal, but it may be black. When you dunk black, it doesn't hold black. It doesn't go that dark. But I did it myself, and you can kind of see the little mottling on here. But you can't, I can't see the black. I just can't see it anymore. And I can if I sit with my light in my lap, that backlight thing, but I can't, I don't like sitting there like that. So I love this piece. She has since, there's one for every season. Of course, I have not got them done yet, but I need to. This is so cute. So, so cute. I love it. But it is just a piece that I dyed with Rit dye. And it's either charcoal or black. You can dunk it in the charcoal And if it's not dark, let it dry. And if it's not dark enough, then dunk it in the black real quick and get a darker color. That was Quilter in the Woods, so I hope that helps some. I had it sitting right back there and I grabbed it. Let's see here. Charles, I love the Jubilaires. He sent me the Jubilaires singing a song about Noah, and I loved it. Thank you for that. They were so good. He knows I love all things Noah, so he sent that. And then, yes, my grandma's blackberry cobbler was the best thing in the world, and we are cobbler people down here. I had nearly rather have a cobbler than a pie. Now, James Williams would rather have a cake. He wants a cake. I don't. I don't want a cake. I want a cobbler. I prefer a cobbler or a pie every time. So, okay, and Becky and Diane sent me two different things. Becky says a schneck. You know, we've been talking about schneckly. The color schneckly is just the greatest thing in the world, that word. It's a Weeks Dye Works color, schneckly. And she said schneck is the German for snail. So maybe, because it is kind of that kind of color. And then Diane said that a schneck is like a cinnamon roll bun type thing. And it does have that golden and kind of brownish colors in there. So I guess either one of those. So somebody, if they know the people at Weeks, find out. Some of y'all can find out if y'all know somebody there. There's bound to be somebody that knows somebody there. Carla in Oregon, I hope you're thawed out by now. She said they had 5 days with no power. And at one point, it was finally got up to 45 outside. She opened her windows and doors because it was 39 inside her house. I've only had to do that the one time a couple years ago when we had the ice apocalypse, and y'all know that is a no. That's a hard pass for me. Jeanette Lee, are you in Arlington, Texas? If so, you may be closer than Ennis. There's somebody that watches in Ennis all the time, but you might be even closer. Okay, Debbie sent this, and she watches this, and I can torture James Williams with this. There's, on YouTube, she says there's Jaws Podiatry and the Toe Brothers on YouTube, like toe, like not tow your car, like toe like your little piggy toe. And they have toe videos about what's wrong with people's feet. Y'all know I told y'all James Williams is a foot weirdo, and if he sees somebody with ugly feet, he's about loses his mind, okay? So this is another one of my tortures I'll line up and keep in mind for him. If I ever have to, then, you know, I'll just tie him up and turn this on YouTube and tape his eyelids open, and he'll probably die. He'll probably die from it because that would just be too much for him at all. Kathy, she talks about the Primrose Cottage has autumn rules out. We talked about that. Okay, now Scotty says that there is # FFO Challenge 2024 and then the Winter Cross Stitch Camp. Was I doing either one? I usually can never get my life right, Dottie, to get all that going on. I will look up the FFO Challenge 2024. I have some, but not a lot. I did the FFO Palooza back in 2018, 2019. Yeah, maybe. And got most of my old stuff FFO'd, which did make me super happy. So if you do have that out there and you're wanting to get stuff done, if you sign up for something like that, it'll kind of keep it in the forefront of your brain. Like I said, if you're a process stitcher and you just love to stitch and you don't care if you ever finish it, that's fine too. But if you do want to get some finished, sometimes if you sign up for something like that, you know, it kind of keeps it in your mind. Oh, Ernie, I was always told never use soap on my hummingbird feeders, to use mild bleach solution. So I usually just scrub mine out in the swimming pool, let's be honest. But it is a mild, and I want to say it's like 4 or 5 to 1 bleach solution. Let's see here if we can get it to tell us. Let's see. At least once a month, clean the feeder thoroughly with 1/4 bleach, 1/4 cup of bleach. So it's way less than I said. 1/4 cup of bleach to 1 gallon of water. Soak it in there for 1 hour and then scrub it with a bottle brush and rinse it real good. I was always told never to use soap on them. So like I said, I just usually scrub mine in the pool and then, you know, let them drain off and then fill them back up. So a 1/4 cup of bleach to a gallon of water, it says. Let them soak in there for an hour and then scrub them. And what I usually do is I just set mine in the pool when I'm swimming over on the tanning ledge. And then when I get out, I scrub them. So I don't know. It's just a weird thing I do. Oh, and okay, Shar asked this, and this is a great question. I hadn't ever thought about it because, you know, I have my DMC color charts that you can look at a DMC color and see the color. And if there were any that you could get for other things. All that I was able to find looking online was that they have PDF downloads of them, okay? My problem with that is you're gonna need to color check that because your printer may be printing darker or lighter. So I guess it also depends on how particular you are about it, right? But they did have Classic Colorworks. I know I found a place that you could download a color chart and then, you know, like this. So just make sure that you kind of color match it if you're really looking for something to be that, you know, particular, that close. I was going to show y'all. Here are my little kids, and you can't see any of their faces. So here we are going to chapel. And they were doing so good in their line, and I was going to take a picture of them doing so good in their little line because we send pictures to the parents out throughout the day. We have a little app we use, and we send pictures out to the parents to let them know what's going on. And you see one of the little boys is stepping out of the line over here, but because his little friend behind him had accidentally stepped on his shoe, and his shoe had come off. So they were doing so good with their little line going to chapel. Because we have chapel every day. We go in and they do a little Bible study, little Bible lesson with them, and then we sing, you know, Bible songs, and we do our pledges and all that. But Keely sent us this the other night. Well, let's see. Here he is. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna get up there again faster. Y'all, he throws and he hits so accurate. I mean, he's so funny. He loves playing. He wants to throw, you know, we throw the ball a lot and everything. And he throws real hard and real accurate. He really does good to be as small as he is. Because, you know, he's just 2. He won't be 3 till April. So, and then he hits, man. He hits off that tee like a little champ. So, he is so funny. But the video, I don't know if y'all saw it, I made a reel of him making cookies with me. And I was letting him put the little Hershey's Kisses on top. And he ate as many of them as he put on there when we were making them, okay? I think I showed y'all last week he was put them on it. But he did not like it. Once it was melty, he did not want to eat them at all. Well, one of the little boys at school, his mama showed him the video of Catch and I, and he said, "Oh, she's mine. I love her." Y'all, they're so sweet. Those are the sweetest kids. And so I'm like, well, you know, I have some backups. I can, you know, if Keely moves off too, I can, you know, go on and pick up some of these other kids on the side because I can't do without them really. But CJ and them should close on their house on the 30th or 31st. And so then they'll be moving into their place. So Keely and Baby and Kelby and them are at the Fat Stock Show right now. So they're up there with Hercules. And we'll see. I think they have 2 or 3 up there actually. But Keely's thinking one may be really good. So I'll be able to tell y'all next week how that panned out. If you've ever been to a state stock show, I assume every state has them. I don't know. Ours is in Fort Worth. And the weather is usually the worst that it is. I mean, it's always just nasty. I don't know why it's set for that time of year, but it's always nasty and horrible. And we used to go, And back in the day, we slept. So here are all the barns with all the animals, these big giant barns, right? And then above the barns, they had like dorms. And so we slept up there. And when I say it was like military barrack style, there was bunk beds. And if you wanted to take a shower with some semi-hot water, you better get up at 3 or 4 because it didn't last long. And then it was gone. And then, you know, you went for your several days there and showed your animals and stuff. So they're there doing that, and I'm hoping they do good. I hope Kelby does good. They've worked really hard this year, and they all do. And y'all, no kid could do that by themselves. Those things have to be, you feed them, you exercise them. They do weird things with the hair on their legs and put stuff on them to make it look fluffy and all this. We didn't do that back in the day. We just shaved them all. You know, they were just sheared and everybody went. Now they got all these little fluffy leg warmer looking leg hairs down there. But, you know, it is too much for a kid to do. Not only could no kid afford it, but they couldn't do it by themselves, especially not. Kelby plays basketball too. So she does go, and then she plays high school basketball. And so, you know, that's just a lot. That's just a lot. So Nell, her mama, and Keely and her, and, you know, I mean, it just takes a lot. It takes a lot to keep all that going. So I hope she has a great time, and I hope she does good. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want. Oh, well, last week, I forgot. I got all the shares from the last 2 weeks we need to say. Okay. And I probably don't have them. Oh, can I reach them? It may take too long. It may be faster for me just to say, and everybody just, I may not can get them flipped up here fast enough. Okay, I think this is Patricia Day Witt 3904. Patricia Day Witt 3904. This one is Pat Curley 2794. And if y'all are new to the channel, just subscribe, like the video, and use the keyword that I'll tell you at the end for the next choices. This week, I think the most people said was like 46 people that used the keyword. So, I mean, you have a pretty decent chance. This is Bless Elaine Edwards 9816. I use the YouTube comment picker, and it just randomly picks people. This is, I don't know, Cerise Bobbins, I don't know. It's by Tralala. It is the sweetest little mice. It goes to Mick Stitches in Indiana. You made my heart happy when I saw your name. My Mick is in NOLA today for a job conference. And then I have, let me see, Lizzie Kate Love goes to Poke Salad 123. Poke Salad, we all know I love poke salad. So Poke Salad 123, the universe knew. Lizzie Kate Easter goes to Jennifer Garrison. Jennifer Garrison. This one is the America. Yes, SSM, so it's Stony Creek America. Yes, goes to Cindy Martinez. Did y'all hear my cuckoo clock? I got my cuckoo clock going now, so he goes over there too. This is America by Stony Creek. It goes to Cindy Martinez 524. And Sam Sarah Fun. This is the cutest thing. Goes to Becky S 7399. And let's see, was that everybody? I guess that's everybody, okay. And then so today's will be, I'll put those over there and put little stickers on them. So if you're interested in any of these that I'm fixing to show, subscribe, like, and use the keyword that I will give you for each one. I think that's everything. I feel like I'm forgetting something. This is Heart in Hand, We Freedom. Use the word freedom. And I pulled some warm weather things because I couldn't think about winter right now. So this is Heart in Hand, We Freedom. Use the word freedom if you're interested in that one. This is Holly House Designs Flag. This is the cutest thing. Use the word flag. And it is by Holly House Designs. I think it may be an older one. I don't know if it's still available or not. 1999, so it may not be. But it's flag. It's so cute. And the picture really is not showing how cute that little border is around there and stuff. This is Country Cottage Needleworks. This is in my stash to stitch. And another one of y'all was sweet enough to send it. So we're gonna use, this is Bunny Hop. Bunny Hop, use the word bunny. Use the word bunny if you're interested in this one. Like I said, it's still in my stash in there to get stitched. And this is Primrose Cottage Stitches. Carrot Farm. Use the word carrot. How cute is that? So cute. So use the word carrot if you're interested in that. So, I think that's everything for this week. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but who knows? I will jump off of here and get this uploaded. Y'all have a great day, a happy Friday, a great weekend, and enjoy your stitches. Bye.